Anything in the spirit is instant. Anything in the natural takes time. The law of process, say with you, the law of process is this. As you have universal laws, sowing and reaping, you have gravity. It doesn't matter what you will do, those laws will be there and you cannot break them. They have consequences. So now you have a law, universal law called the law of process. Nothing just happens without there being a forming and a process to it. Say with him, nothing just happens without a process. It is illegal for somebody to be in their destiny or suddenly get into their purpose without going through a process. In fact, it is murderous for God to give you your success immediately without taking you through a process of killing you, because you will break under it and you will kill yourself. If somebody, let's say Kalelo is starting in ministry and he's doing evangelism and he knows that God has promised him a ministry and he believes that he's had a vision and he sees him preaching the gospel and that is in his heart, it would be murderous for him or suicide to want to have what I have instantly without going through what I went through. The process is heaven's compliance for your destiny. Go there to Isaiah 48 verse 10. Say with the process. Behold, I have refined you, but not as silver. I have made you pure, refined you. Say this after me. Say, I have made you pure, refined you, but not by fire, as silver is made pure. I have purified you by my fire, by giving you troubles in the furnace of affliction, suffering and misery. God is saying, listen, I put you in the process and I shape you and mold you by literally giving you troubles one after the other. Are you guys with me? I don't know if I want to give you hope while you are in your process. Look, if you have no desire for your purpose, you're not saved. You cannot have a desire for there if you are there. You can only have a desire for there if you are here. A lot of people have no desire for their purpose. They'll go to the grave with nothing interesting written on that grave. If I go to the grave, whether it is now or by the end of my life, I want a statement to be written on there. Something that my life was about. Meaning, who have I impacted? What change have I brought into society? Who have I gotten saved? How many have I gotten saved? How many without me would not have entered their destinies? How many without me would not have been in ministry? Meaning there must be something to my life. But for that to happen, I must go through the process, the molding and the shaping. He has to kill your flesh. He has to put you through a furnace of troubles, affliction and misery and suffering. Meaning the moment you start your Christian life and you say, okay, I see this vision of that being there. There is, I see that, so let me begin to fast. No fasting or prayer will take you from here to there. No fasting or prayer will cause you to skip your process. Jesus said these words. He says, take this cup from me, even though I do not want to drink it. Not my will, but your will be done. The only thing that allows you to go through the process, say with me, is death. It is not prayer. Process will bring everything that is inside out, whether it is good or bad. And once bad things comes out, it means you're not ready to be there. And then God puts you in the furnace of affliction to see if there's any impurities in your life for you to be used by the glory of God. Meaning, a blacksmith puts a piece of iron into a furnace, begins to beat it with a hammer, put the heat up stronger, and impurities will come out. Once that impurities are coming out, what is formed? A battle axe or a sword or some item that can withstand warfare. But if it is taken out too soon, what will happen? It's taken out too soon, They'll go into battle, and by the first fight, the weapon will break. Say with me, process. The day I received the prophecy, I was here. I was serving God. I was serving in the church. I was serving, and I received a prophecy, or I received an encounter with God regarding my future. And I thought the next day, I'm going to wake up and be there. The two things we know when we are here is we know exactly where we are, and we know exactly where we have been, and we will know exactly where we're going to go to if you are here. Are you guys with me? Those who are there do not know where they're going to. Those who are here, there are many Christians that's in between there and here. They fail to commit anywhere here, and God cannot reveal to them a greater purpose. Are you guys with me? So then the only things you know is where you have been, that you are here, and where you are going. But the one thing you will never know is how you will get there. Otherwise you would have said no. Are you guys with me? Say, I die daily. It's not by fastings. It's not by prayers. It's not by looking good. It is not by being right or making money or nothing of that. Not even by giving. It is by dying to yourself for you to get through this process. God is looking for one person in you. It's not you, it's Christ. He's waiting for you to die fully. Are you guys with me? So that Christ can walk through us. That when you speak to somebody, it is Christ. When your flesh has died and you've gone through this process, and what does this process do? It changes you in every area. It beats you in sickness, and see how will you respond. It beats you at another place, and see how you'll respond. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe somebody in the church offends you. Maybe the leader, we say, listen, step down from leadership because you still have this area and that area, and all these things comes. But once you die to yourself and you don't respond, it is there where God says that you are ready to carry the anointing. Are you guys with me? Because you cannot operate in this realm without the grace and the anointing. This realm here is supernatural. Whether you are a businessman, whether you are a specialist, a doctor, every person has this place here. Are you guys with me? Everyone has this place here where there's a divine purpose upon your life.